Hello everyone and welcome to this very first episode of Stoneblock. This is a modded Minecraft mod pack that is kind of based around the skyblock idea, but flipped on its head. So in a skyblock, you start on a floating island in the middle of nothing and you've got to build your way out from there. Stoneblock is the exact opposite. You're starting embedded in the ground and you have to figure out how to progress from there. I've actually been playing this on stream, so I've started a new world here just so I can show you some of the beginning stuff, and then we're going to move into my other world and look at all the advancements that I've done. So, this is a quest-based mod pack. Using the quest book, you're going to be able to move through the game pretty simply. So this is our quest book here. Where did my mouse go? Still getting used to my new setup. So first we need to get pebbles. Pebbles are obtained by breaking stone with an empty hand. So I will break some stone with an empty hand and get some pebbles. Now I need to get up to 16 pebbles, so we will do that real quick. There we go. And then we will claim the loot. Moving on, we need a crafting table, so pebbles turn into cobblestone, turn into a stone crafting table. So let's take our 16 pebbles, try that again, and then we get our stone crafting table. So I will put this in the center of the room. And let's claim that loot. And we're going to go from here. So stone becomes cobblestone using a hammer. Stone becomes cobblestone, becomes gravel, becomes dirt, sand, and dust. This is actually a progression that we're going to be focusing in on in this very first episode because this is the basic progression. You get different materials out of gravel, dirt, sand, and dust, and that is how you get going. So let's get some more stone. Need to use an open hand. And then okay, I need some more. It never ends. So beginning of Stoneblock is kind of slow, kind of grindy, but that's the way a lot of these mod packs are built. So you just got to roll with it. 14, 16, let's see if that's enough. I made an extra stick. There we go. So now I can use a hammer to just go straight to cobblestone. Although apparently missed some pebbles. Yeah. This is going to bother me. Come on, give me two. Anyways, so once I get cobblestone, I can then turn it into gravel and so on. So I need to get down to dirt. I need 10 dirt. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And I have ore excavation mapped to one of my mouse keys just to make it a little bit easier. And there we go, we got our 10 dirt. Claim that reward. Now we need a stone crook. This one annoys the crap out of me every time. 2, 3, 4. Because there are a couple different recipes for a stone crook. This is the one I need. Open quest book, claim our reward, and then we need to get the saplings. So we get these by breaking dirt with a crook. So I'm going to break dirt with a crook. And that gives me quite a few of the trees, but I need more. So let's go ahead and break more stone. Okay, sorry, dog was making noise. He had the audacity to jump up on the couch. This should end up being enough. Dirt. I'm going to keep a few dirt. And still need some dark oak. Now, before I forget, get another one of those and make another hammer. Wait, I swear I broke. Apparently I did not. Because the last thing I want to do is have to go back to breaking with my hand. And then almost done. So let's break this. Now you may be wondering, why don't I just go mining and try to find like iron or other ores? Those don't really generate. It's an entirely just plain stone world. So I have to get everything from these base materials. And the way we're going to do that is by using something known as a sieve. So there is a mod in here, before E, called where is it? Ex Nihilo Creatio, which allows you to use this sieve to essentially get materials out of like loose packed stuff. So gravel gets you iron and copper and so on. But you use gravel, sand, dirt, something known as dust, which is just broken down sand, or sand that has been broken down even further. And let's go ahead and break this. That should be it. There we go. Let's claim our reward. And now we need to get to wood. And essentially, I want to get all the way over here to the sieves, and then I'll show you in the other world that's a little bit more advanced what I've done to kind of speed up sieving. So wood is just pretty basic. Let me put some dirt down. Now this does have like a worker kind of mod to it. I forget what the actual mod is, where if you just crouch next to trees, they will grow up a little bit more quickly, assuming that they have appropriate height. Now I could just mine this down normally, but if you use the crook, you'll actually get more drops from it. So I got more saplings and so on. So let me, I don't think I can mine it with my, vein mine with my hand. No, I cannot. But what I can do is make myself an axe, and that will vein mine. There we go. Now it's just a matter of collecting more and more and more. A little annoying to have to shift like this over and over and over and over again. But it is what it is. Pretty sure, you know what? Let me, 1, 2, 3. Let me make a pickaxe. And I will. Oh. Weird. Could have sworn that was a pick we needed there. Let's see if this is any faster. There we go. A little bit faster. And I broke my crook. But that's okay, because you can make a crook with sticks. How much? Oh, that's how much what I need. Needed 16. Now, to get string, string is obtained by getting silkworms, which I've been getting by using the crook on the leaves. We just need to grow up another tree, and I can show you how the silkworms work. Let me bust these ones on the outside. I think they're a little too close to the sides. Okay. Don't want to waste those saplings. So I just right-click on the leaves with the silkworm, and then all I have to do is wait. So you can see up at the top, its progress is 20-something, 30-something%. When it gets all the way up to 100, it will drop string when broken. So let me just mine away while that's working. And I'm going to need some of this in a minute. Okay, so some of these are complete. There we go, that one's done. So we just need to wait a little bit longer for the rest of them to finish up. Great thing about vein mine is it will only vein mine the ones that are done. But you can see there, I got a whole bunch of string. The reason we need string is we need these meshes for our sieves. 6. Let me go ahead. Sticks. And we're just going to go ahead and craft up our sieves. So I've got 6 sieves there. It should be enough for the quest. You don't actually have to claim the quest before you do the next one. And sometimes it will kind of glitch. I've already made this, but it's not detecting it. So you have to hit detect submit and it will claim it. Just one more thing. If you ever kind of forget to claim stuff, you can just hit claim all and it will go through all of the different tabs and claim all of the rewards. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here and we will get back in when I show you guys the current setup I've got. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are back. Now, go ahead and ignore how ugly all of this looks. I am going to prettify it up in a little bit. Oh, I'll deal with that later. So what I've got here is my sieves. So you can actually have multiple sieves set up. Let me go ahead and pop these out. And I will grab my other meshes. Where are they? I'm blind. There's flint. Iron and string. So there are 4 different levels of meshes that you've got. You've got the first you got the string, so uses for string kind of gets relatively low drop rates and not great materials. But it's kind of interesting because some things only drop with string and only drop with the lower tier, so it is useful to have them all and not just jump straight in and try to progress as quickly as possible. And also, don't throw them away. Keep them. So anyways, first thing you're going to want to do is sieve gravel with your string mesh to get flint. So let's just compare iron. So for sieving, not the heavy sieve, but the regular sieve, if we sieve gravel through a string mesh, iron will have a 30% drop rate, which means 30% of the time you will get an iron piece out. If you use a flint, it'll be 40%. If you use iron, it'll go up to 50%. If you use diamond, it'll go up to 60%. So using the better quality meshes gives you a higher percentage chance of getting different materials. You can see here it also changes the loot table. So the string and the flint mesh have the exact same loot table, just with different percentages. But when we go up to iron, we sub out the flint and we add in lapis, diamond, and emerald. And when we go up to diamond, we add in grains of infinity. And it's going to be that same kind of process for all of the different kinds of mesh and all of the different materials. It tends to be that gravel is more of your base, is going to tend to get you more of your base materials: iron, copper, aluminum, lead. Sieving up dirt, which is the next in the progression, will usually get you seeds, so it's good for starting. So for instance, I've got a patch of grass over here. Only way you get that is by using grass seeds. So uses sieve. So if I do dirt in a string mesh, I can get a 4% chance of getting grass seeds, and so on. Your sand is a lot of the same kinds of things that you get with gravel, with the addition of gold. And at higher level meshes, you can also get prosperity shards, which is the base for mystical agriculture, and yellorium dust, which is really essential for lava production. And then lastly, after sand, you have dust, which is a lot of the powders. And it's a great way to get redstone early on. You're going to want to find a better way to get redstone though. Getting started with actual additions requires black quartz, so it's a good thing to get going. What I have done is, because I need a lot of those base materials to get started with, a lot of iron and a lot of diamond and even a few emeralds, I have set up this actually additions crusher. It's actually a double crusher. And what it does is it takes cobblestone, inputs it using some power from these 3 coal generators around it. It will crush it down into gravel. So I don't have to manually break it. If I want to go further, I do have to then do it manual, although I could also chain together multiple crushers. But that's not something I really feel like worrying about right now. Now, as far as cobblestone, you're going to want to get one of these guys pretty early on, a cobblestone generator. There are multiple tiers. The first tier makes 1 block every 40 ticks. The second tier, which is the one I have, is 1 block every 20 ticks, and so on. They get better and better and better. In order to get tier 3, you need diamond. I could upgrade to tier 3, but tier 2 is fine for me right now. Now, as far as producing this, you're going to have iron from your sieving of gravel. Once you get 6 iron, that's going to be where you really want to start working towards this. You get 6, not 6 gravels, 6 iron. I don't know what I said anymore. 6 iron, you want 2 buckets. You're also going to want to make a single piece of glass, and then you're going to need water and lava. Water is made by making this oak crucible, or you can make it out of pretty much any wood. An oak crucible just looks like this, so it's 1 slab and then some logs. You can put in foliage materials, so leaves and saplings, and it will slowly convert them over time into water. Do that twice. Don't do anything else. Don't do anything special. Do that twice. Get yourself an infinite water source. That way you don't have to worry about this anymore. Then you're going to want to take some dust, and I don't think I have any dust. So I'm just going to crush some gravel. Also, great useful tool is the wand. I have a diamond wand here, but you can make a stone wand or an iron wand. Diamond is just always better. It's great for placing a whole bunch of materials all at once. Want to make sure that would not take away my grass. So we can just place all of that, bust it out, and then we get, oh, phone made a noise. Sorry about that. We can just go ahead and break straight down to dust. I'm going to put those back there, simply because that's where I use them. So once you have extra water, don't do this the first time. That was what I did. That was dumb. Once you have your infinite water source, you can then put, oh, I've got my hopper underneath. Once you've got water in there, you put dust in, and it will give you clay blocks. You're going to need the clay. Let me go ahead and break it down into clay balls, because you need to make this over here. This is a crucible. So oak crucible versus a regular crucible. To make the crucible, you need an unfired crucible. In order to make that, you need this porcelain clay, which is made by mixing clay balls with bone meal. So you're going to need to get the bone meal from sieving your dust. So you're going to need more dust to get bone meal, and then make your unfired crucible, toss it in a smelter, and that gives you the crucible. The crucible is used for lava production. It takes any heat source underneath the crucible to melt stone into lava. So you can see up at the top, I've got solid cobblestone 1000, liquid lava 4000. So that means that there is 4 buckets worth, 4,000 millibuckets is 4 buckets worth of lava, and 1 block worth of cobblestone ready to get converted into lava. So all I need to do is find a bucket and take that, not target the hopper, but target the crucible, and I have my liquid lava bucket. I get my water bucket. Last thing I need is that glass. So let me just grab this, break, grab some cobble. Come over here to my furnace. This is actually an ultimate furnace, which I got out of one of my loot chests. So it just crafts everything up real quick. And then cobble generator. I have all my materials, and I get my cobblestone generator, and I get my 2 buckets back. Once you have your cobblestone generator, toss it on top of a hopper into a chest, and you are good to go. So that's really it as far as getting started with Stoneblock. Inventory management is a pain. In my next episode, I think I'm going to work on storage and building up a storage drawer system, and maybe, I don't know, I'll need to look into seeing if I can get started on refined storage this early. Oh, one other last little tip. Food. You want to have cooked apples. Those are going to be your best source of early game food. You just get this by taking a regular apple that comes from an oak tree and tossing it into a furnace. As far as how I get my apples, I have this over here, which is a hopping bonsai pot. Hopping bonsai pot, which is a combination of a bonsai pot and a hopper. You get this just by making bricks. Again, dust into water in an oak crucible will give you clay that you can use to make bricks. So you just put a tree and dirt into a hopping bonsai pot, and it will grow over time and give you the drops. So you don't have to actively mine wood anymore once you get to that stage of having clay. Clay, iron, you're good to go. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. Okay, apparently I have googly eyes. There's a hats mod in this that I haven't really figured out the commands for. But I've got googly eyes. That's hilarious. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.